Hello everybody and welcome to the Whiskey Dictionary. Today I'm going to be talking to you about Woodford Reserve Masters Collection Batch Proof. This is a limited release that they just released this year, so let's get into it. If you'd like to learn more about the Woodford Reserve Distillery, check out my link on the Distiller Select up there. But let's talk about this guy, right? So the master distiller at Woodford Reserve does a master's collection every year. And usually it's around the fall. This year, I think they're planning on doing 2 of them. They actually came out with this one just in time for the Kentucky Derby. However, mine didn't come until a couple of days later, unfortunately. But I will say that although I picked the worst possible horse, it was like 89-1 odds, I still came in 4th place. I didn't win any money, but I felt validated. So anyway, this is essentially barrel proof. It's 125.8 proof, and it's worth every bit of that proof. When you drink this, you'll tell. So this is really like their first batch strength bourbon that they've ever done. And to be frank, you know, with some of the success that they've had with other of their master collections, like the rye was originally a master collection, I would not be surprised to see this one come out as a mainline offering sooner than later. So, I mean, if you think about it, it's just barrel proof. So they don't really have to do anything special other than, you know, raise the price and cut their production. So I think it's going to end up being one of their mainline offerings. Anyway, the master distiller kind of put this perfectly when he said that he's able to taste this stuff straight out of the barrel. And this is his way of letting us experience that as well. And let's go into the nosing and tasting to find out if he's truly doing us a favor. So this is uncut and unfiltered. So let's see what that does with the nose and the taste. I'm gonna guess, just based off the proof, that you shouldn't dip your nose too deep into this glass because you're gonna get an alcohol burn. So let's go ahead and give this a nose. So the burn is not that bad, actually. Just don't go too deep. But the nose is very reminiscent of the original Woodford Reserve Distiller Select. It's just a little stronger. Couple of the things I'm getting out of here, it's very, you know, it's got a slight spicy oak flavor. You get some pineapple in there, particularly like kind of a caramelized pineapple, almost like if you grilled pineapples. So that's actually pretty prominent, I think. You've got the original kind of Woodford Reserve where you kind of smell it as its own thing, and then you've got this grilled pineapple on the side. So let's go ahead and get a taste of this. Cheers. Wow. Well, that is very strong, but it's delicious. So a couple of the things I get out of here, and I've tried this off camera as well with water, so I'm gonna just mingle those into my notes here. Chocolate covered hazelnuts is one thing that I picked out of here pretty easily, which is interesting. Not something I think I've tasted in a whiskey before. You've also got leather, kind of just, you know, it tastes the way that a new leather boot smells. So that's a good way to think about it. You've got some wood in there as well, just, you know, pretty common. And then just in general, I think it's pretty tasty. So it is every bit of that 125 though. And you know, most of you that have watched me for a while know that, you know, high alcohol bourbons are kind of my thing. This one is exceptional even in that list. So here's the thing. I was sent this bottle by Woodford Reserve. So as far as an overall rating of whether I think you should buy it or not, it's not something I feel comfortable giving because in general, I don't want to feel like I'm influencing you because they sent me a bottle, especially because this is a $130 bottle. If this was like a $60 one, I would just give you my opinion and let it go. But $130 is a lot to spend on a bourbon, no matter what. That being said, my personal opinion is that I really like this. So let that kind of be whatever you think. Now, I will put the one caveat on there that I am a huge fan of Woodford Reserve and their Distiller Select and their Double Oak. And I often will suggest both of those to people who are getting into bourbons. So in general, I couldn't imagine myself not liking this. So I'm going to just totally take myself out of this and let you make your own decision. Is $130 worth it for you to buy a special edition bourbon? If yes, I think this is a great choice. If no, then you should pass on this. So anyway, Thank you very much for joining me here at the Woodford, the Woodford Reserve, at the Whiskey Dictionary, and have a great rest of your night. Boy, that's stupid.